So one of the challenges with being the lyricist, the songwriter, the musician, all the musicians, the recording engineer, the mixing engineer, at least for the rough mix, the critic, and at least as far as coming up with an album concept, the whole flippin' band, is, it's hard to get distance from the work enough to know if you like it or not. And so, they talk about listening with fresh ears. Well, obviously I have to do that. I have to listen with fresh ears in order to be all of those. I made maybe the mistake, I don't know, of re-listening to the very first song I recorded for this album. And in the short word, I hated it. It didn't fit in the album. I didn't like the way it was playing. And I had recorded it a lot of times, different versions, like 8 different versions of it, in order to try to find the feel. But after recording the next 5 tracks, I realized that this song that was supposed to start at the first track, the beginning of the album, needed to be a certain way. It needed to have a certain feel. And so I decided to bite the bullet. Now, the last album, when I had this situation, I just shelved the damn thing and said, okay, it'll go in the next one. But this time I thought, the basic concept of the song is okay. It's just the music's wrong and some of the lyrics are wrong and the timing is wrong and the beats per minute are wrong. But other than that, it's perfect for what I'm looking for. So I did that. The first thing I did is I changed the BPM to more match what I was looking for. The second was I changed the chords so that, the first chords of the first song started in A, and then went to D, and then went to E. Well, what I decided to do was to stick in A, but instead of A sus2, I went to A minor, and then go through G. And what that gave us a more foreboding and less, in my mind, flippant delivery of the lyrics. Also, what I decided to do was, instead of starting out with guitar, I was going to start out with piano. I wanted it to have, I don't know, I've really been feeling more sort of trip-hop on this one, getting more into that sort of vibe, and so I wanted it to have more of that. So, that's what happened, and the song ended up reducing in length from about 5 minutes to less than 4, 3.5 maybe. And I'm much happier with it now. And maybe when you hear it on the album, you'll be happy with it too. It's a dramatic start, and I'm happy for that. That being said, I hope when I hear it again, and when I hear all the tracks in order, that I don't hate everything else. But I'm going to put that in my rearview mirror for a moment and look at the next one in line, which is called Asleep in the Cyclone. This is actually one of the tracks that was supposed to be on the last album, but it never came together for me. Part of it is because it wasn't fitting in the album, and part of it was I just couldn't figure out how to get certain parts of it to work. So that's what I'm working on right now. It's going to be much more guitar-based. Lots of guitar and bass on this one, and I'll maybe preview bits and pieces of it in the next video. With that, Cheers.